Hi, it's Rachel, and I just wanted to come on today to talk to you a little bit about the post that we posted earlier. So yesterday, Simon and I had a bit of a conversation about the wording that we used on it. So today we've posted something on 5 tips to help unblock your website conversions, and I said to him, I don't really like the word conversions, but we couldn't really think of another way of talking about that. So I just wanted to sort of talk a little bit about what we mean by that, and then also walk you through the process. So when we talk about website conversions, what we really mean is overall, what's the overarching goal or the thing that you want people to do as a result of coming on your website. So it could be that really you want them to sign up for a newsletter, or to get in touch with you, or perhaps to buy a product if you're a shop-based business, or it might be if you're a blogger that you want people to read the content that you're putting together. And so the purpose of the website really is to take people on a journey so that you can help build trust, and also show them really what you're wanting to convey sort of through your business and through the relevant pages. So it can be really overwhelming if you see a page and it's absolutely full of text. And I've been on websites like that and I think, oh gosh, I don't know what to do. And so I just click off the page, and that's called the bounce rate. So today, when we've talked about the post and we want to sort of minimize that bounce rate, really what we are sort of saying is we want people to stay on that page and to digest that content, and then also to sort of think, no, okay, I'm reading this information, I'm learning something new, and then we're helping them make a decision as they sort of go through the website. So overall, what we're trying to do with that is to help build trust and to show prospective clients or customers some things that they need to know before they're going to make that decision. So when we talk about conversions, that's what we mean. It means that they do something as a result of looking at your website, and hopefully it's the right one. So last week, our Tuesday tips, it was 2 weeks ago, we did a post on how to define your ideal customer for maximum brand impact. And we sort of talked about creating, sometimes people call them muses, and really it's a way in which you can think, okay, these are the kinds of people that I'd really like to work with. And some of those might be, you kind of know who those people are really. And typically when we work with people, we sort of suggest maybe 4 or 5, but it could be a lot more, it could be a lot less. And really what we want to do is try to get inside their head a bit and think about some of the decisions they make. What are they like as people? What are they driven by? And that's really important when you come to sort of thinking about a website, because I'm going to show you in a minute, as we look through the journey stage, we want to make sure that we understand who those people are and that the website is answering some of those questions. So today I'm going to talk you through how we would do sort of like a customer journey on a website, and just to make sure that we understand what those actions are that we're asking people to do on the different pages, and then also that kind of tallies and aligns with the journey stages that we want some of our client muses to make. So I'm just going to switch my camera around. This is the first time I've done a live, so bear with me. Okay, so the website that we are going to be taking inspiration from today is a website that we made, coming up to a year ago now, and it's for an interior designer called Lucy Coulthard, and she is based in Derbyshire. And her website and her aesthetic really is really light. She's quite tonal, so obviously we wanted the website to reflect that. And she works in a whole variety of different homes, and it's a really lovely website. And I'll just sort of scroll through this homepage here, so you can see there on this website, on this homepage, we've got a few different sections going on. So she's got an impact image, a welcome message, and then we move into some of her projects, a little bit about who she is, another image, her journal, where she shares tips and tricks, and then how to get in touch, and her Instagram feed. And then what we'll notice along the top here is the pages. So we've got about, services, projects, her journal, her shop, and her contact, sort of get in touch. Okay, so what I've done is I've plotted in a quick way the customer journey on a piece of paper here. And so this is what I've done for the homepage here. So the navigation, image, her welcome message, projects, who we are, journal, contact, and social. And where I've just sort of popped a bit of a green, it means there's a click through. And so you can sort of jump to those pages. So you can jump from here to projects, and it goes to the project area, the about to her about page, journal. I've popped the journal just down here, contact to her contact page, and then social media literally goes to her feed. And so we've done that for all of the different pages. So we've got about, a little bit about how they started, some information about the team, the trades that they work with, a bit about their interior design studio. And then they also have a shop, which is really well known in this area. And so there's information about her shop there. And then we've got her services page. So we have services, and then there's only two things that we've priced on the website. So that is an initial consultation and a colour consultation. And those are sort of those entry level areas for her services. Any extras, and then the process, what it's actually like to work with them and how they can get in touch. The projects area really is really high level inspiration. And then the journal is sort of tips and tricks. And then if we move over to the shop area here, we've got a bit about the shop, and they have a separate shop website, the opening hours, what makes their shop different and unique, some more images, and then with the contact, how to get in touch, a contact form, their physical shop address, map, how they can get in touch about a job. And that is the site. It is really simple. And so what I wanted to just sort of show you here, and this is how it relates to that those client muses that I shared last week. So when we work with Lucy, I'll just turn the camera around a little bit so you can see me talking to you rather than a page for a minute. We identified a few different kind of clients that they really enjoyed working with. And so I've just kind of pulled a couple of those out. So they work with a number of people who they know the kind of aesthetic that they look like, but they don't know how to recreate that look themselves. Where would they buy that? How would they achieve that clean look that is suitable for a period property? And then another client as well, who perhaps doesn't have such a big budget, maybe a bit cautious. They need a bit of help with colour, and they might kind of want to sort of book sort of an entry level consultation. And so what we've done is mapped out just to make sure that the website, the journey that they're going to go on the website, also matches up with all of those pages. So I'll just sort of flip that round here. Okay, so we can see here that overall the journey that we wanted to take people on the website was to be inspired, to be able to visualize projects or things, or what some of that might look like in their home, how to build trust with customers, and then how to engage Lucy Coulthard interior design. And so we've written out this client muse. So I know what I like, but I don't know how to create this look myself. So for those people that come to the website, we need to make sure that they're going to be able to find that information that they need to build trust on the other pages. And so how can they be inspired? They can see the projects and the imagery, and they can see the tips as well in the journal area. How can they visualize it? I can see how this will work if I use this service. So that kind of step-by-step bit here where we've got what's the process going to look like? What's the brief? What's the scheme? That kind of thing. How do we build trust? I can see these people coming into my home. So, for example, here on the About page, we have some pictures of the team, their story, who they work with and where their studio is. So all of that, how does that work? And then how to engage Lucy Coulthard. I want to book them. How do I do that? Making it really, really clear on the pages how they would go about booking them, whether or not that's through an initial consultation or being able to get in touch. And so another client would be, I'm a bit cautious, my budget isn't massive and I need a bit of help with colours. Maybe I'll consider booking for one room or perhaps a colour consultation. And so their journey through the website might be a bit different. So if they can see tips on Farrow and Ball colours, and they like that kind of off-white vibe aesthetic that's really tonal, they can see that through the imagery. So they'll be inspired there, but also they can see, okay, this is perhaps how I might do that. And so in the journal area, we've created a blog post about that. When we talk about the shop and coming into the shop, it mentions that and being able to purchase various different paints and how that would work then. And then how would they visualise that to get the overall impression and love that kind of portfolio style? Build trust. I can see that this actually can fit my budget because we have over here some of those costs there outlined. And I'm interested overall, and I can see that I can go into the shop and be in the studio and see those samples and explore what that might look like. And so then engaging them, I can go into the shop, I can see the different ranges, I can look through the pattern books and various other things and see how that might look like and talk with them in person and see overall how that might look. So that, in a nutshell, is how we kind of very, very briefly might start to have a look at exploring what all those different actions are on the various different web pages and making sure that we're just hitting all of those things, that we are directing people to the relevant areas on the website, and we're making sure that if ultimately we just want people to get in touch, we provide lots of opportunities for them to inquire. And if we're wanting to inspire people as well, we're providing them with lots of different potential for people being inspired through imagery, through blog, through content that's relevant and also really interesting. And also just making things really, really clear, like process. What's it like to work with you? What do people say about you? And it's that kind of building trust that really we want to do. And so that's why it's really important to know who your ideal customer is, because you want to make sure that when they come to the website, you have all of that language and you know how they speak, you know what they are, what they're thinking, what their questions are, what they are wanting to see when they come to that website, but also then they can get those answers that they need as well. So I hope that that's helpful in terms of thinking about how to unblock those sort of website conversions. So it's really just making sure that, you understand what people want and that you're pointing them in the right direction so that they can get what they need. So thanks for joining me on my first live, and if you've got any questions, add them in the comments and I will save this to our feed so that you can ask your questions away there. Thanks.